Right now at noon, the Senate finally unveiling its bipartisan border security compromise, the major changes it would make and why election year politics could impact its passage.
Right
Plus,
now,
a historic
backstage.
night at the Grammys for Taylor Swift as female artists sweep all major categories. A look at the night's big winners and iconic performances. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us today at noon. I'm Josh Breiter. Developing right now this afternoon, the Dodge County Sheriff's Office is looking for a missing inmate. 44-year-old Jennifer Peterson left the jail over the weekend for a medical visit and didn't return. She was last seen in a red Ford Edge SUV at the Marshfield Clinic in Beaver Dam. If you have any information on where she is, you're asked to call the Dodge County Sheriff's Office. An update now, power is restored in Fitchburg after an outage this morning impacted hundreds of homes. Madison Gas and Electric had 1,900 homes without power around 7:30. Fitchburg police says power was back on for those affected about an hour later. The outage was in the area of Fish Hatchery Road from Lacey Road to Post Road. There is no longer a need to avoid the area. At the state capitol today, a committee will vote on whether to recommend the state Senate pass legislation dubbed the Parents' Bill of Rights. The Republican-backed bill would allow parents to opt their child out of class when a, quote, controversial subject is being taught. That's defined as anything to do with gender identity, sexual orientation, racial identity, structural, systemic, and institutional racism. The Assembly passed its own version of the bill last month. Back in 2022, Governor Evers vetoed similar legislation. The committee's votes on whether to recommend the bill to the Senate are due at noon. And now to your first warned weather. Meteorologist Alex Harrington has a look at your certified most accurate forecast this afternoon. A little bright out there, Alex.
Yeah, it is a little on the bright side. I think I need my sunglasses out here on the pattern. We have solar rays. The sun really just broke through here in the past, well, 15, 20 minutes here. Let's look at our sky cams. If you look at our live Edgewater sky cam over the Capitol right now, you see more in the way of clouds. But if you come a little bit further to the west where we are, look at our WISC sky cam. Blue skies out here, and you go a little further to the west in Platteville on our Queen Bee radio sky cam. It's sunny there too. So the clouds really are hanging on from Madison and points off towards the east. If you take a look at our visible cloud track as the sun comes up, look at the white bank that's hanging on from, let's say, I-90, I-94 and points off towards the east towards Milwaukee. That's where the fog that we had this morning was hanging around. That's where those clouds are hanging around too. And the temperatures reflect that perfectly. Still hanging right around to 30 degrees here in Madison. It's a little bit warmer on the west side over here, actually at 36. I just checked my watch, which is connected to our First Warren weather app. And then we got 40s off to the west. That's where they're having sunshine across southwestern Wisconsin. So you can see perfectly where those clouds and where the sun have lined up out there. Just a heads up here, the sun should eventually make it out for much of southern Wisconsin, especially west of Madison, with highs up around 40 degrees. And then tonight, it's the copy and paste forecast. Patchy freezing fog is expected. You might need the ice scraper again on your Tuesday morning. But coming up in Maine weather, just how high the mercury is going to go with some really record warm temperatures that are on the way, some rain chances, and of course, we'll take a look at a couple viewer photos too.
What's our average temperature right now, Alex?
Average high temperature is in the upper 20s right now. So we're sitting right at that here in Madison. But to the west where it's been, where it's sunny, they're almost 20 degrees warmer than our high already.
Yeah, crazy differences. All right, Alex, we'll see you in just a few minutes. More news now. A bipartisan Senate agreement with the White House to get a grip on the southern border faces stiff opposition from conservatives in the House. It would give the administration new emergency authority to shut down asylum processing between ports of entry, allowing immediate deportation before asylum is requested. That would happen when migrant encounters reach a daily average of 5,000 a week. It also ends catch and release policies and speeds up the processing of asylum cases. The bill also includes $60 billion in aid to Ukraine, another $14 billion for Israel, plus humanitarian assistance and other support.
We're now mandating that the government actually shut down the border if those numbers get to 5,000 a day. But we're permitting the government to actually shut down the border when it only gets to 4,000 approaches a day.
Former President Trump has already come out against the bill, and House Speaker Mike Johnson says it's dead on arrival in the House. A test vote in the Senate is expected as early as Wednesday. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the Middle East for his 5th trip since Hamas's October 7th attack that triggered the war. In Rafah, Palestinians hope his trip will prevent a threatened Israeli assault on the besieged border city. More than 1 million have fled there, surviving in makeshift tents and in the open. Overnight, the Hamas-run health ministry says nearly 130 people, mostly women and children, were killed in Israel's airstrikes. Secretary of State Blinken will be visiting Qatar, Egypt, and Israel this week. He also has meetings with officials in Tel Aviv on Wednesday. Well, trending now, Taylor Swift making history at the 66th Grammy Awards, where women dominated the major categories. Swift became the first artist to win Album of the Year 4 times. Miley Cyrus, also a Grammy winner now, picking up 2 awards, including Record of the Year for her smash hit Flowers. Billie Eilish won Song of the Year for What Was I Made For from the Barbie soundtrack. And Victoria Monet took home Best New Artist. There were also iconic moments from folk legend Joni Mitchell, who made her Grammy debut at age 80, and Billy Joel, who returned to the Grammy stage for the first time in decades. Still ahead for us this afternoon, Grammy winners help raise money to support the music community. Plus, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell gives a rare interview on the economy. It's all ahead in your Money Watch.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Baby, it's cold outside, but this house is going to be nice and comfortable when we're done with it. Hi, Andrew Larson here from Larson Home Services and Dr. Energy Saver. Do you have enough insulation? Is your home cold and drafty? Does your furnace run non-stop? If it does, give us a call. We're not just an insulation company, we are the experts from the attic up. Call now and get 24% off installation labor and a free upgrade to R60. Be part of the Larson experience.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Save store-wide on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. We have the area's largest selection and lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, ProAdjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up! Do you need to get your eyes checked? Well, actually...
Here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this! Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
The latest jobs report released Friday showed U.S. employers added a whopping 353,000 jobs in January after upwards revisions the previous 2 months, blowing past economists' predictions. The largest growth was in professional and business services, healthcare, and retail. The unemployment rate remains at a 50-year low of 3.7%. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell pointed to the latest unemployment numbers as a sign of a strong U.S. economy in a rare interview with CBS News 60 Minutes last night. But he says the job is not done when it comes to the central bank's efforts to fight inflation, even though that has fallen sharply over the past few months. Powell signaled that the Fed likely won't be ready to cut its benchmark interest rate until May at the earliest. And ahead of last night's big Grammy Awards ceremony, Music Cares charity relief auction through Julian's Auction House raised thousands of dollars to support members of the music community. Items were donated from past and present Grammy winners and nominees. A guitar from Music Cares 2024 Person of the Year, John Bon Jovi, sold for more than $44,000, while a gold stage costume worn by Dua Lipa netted one of the largest sums at just over $50,000. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
At the noon hour, here's a look at stocks right now, and not a great start to this new work week. All three of them down. The Dow down 274, NASDAQ down 32, S&P 500 down 13. Up next at noon, Pam is tracking today's egg prices, plus Alex has your full First Warn forecast. Then later today on Live at 4, how betting is becoming part of the culture of watching the Super Bowl.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
A good day starts with a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic from Steinhoffels. Take your sleep to the next level with the Tempur-Pedic Ergo Smart Base powered by Sleep Tracker AI that automatically responds to snoring by raising your head, giving you a better, more restful night's sleep. Ergo Smart Bases start at $42 per month with Steinhoffels 60-month financing and get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Start the new year off right and update your kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry. Clearview is flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works for you. With styles so easy to update, you can do it in a snap, meaning you don't have to remodel your space to make it work even better. Right now, get these Olin kitchen cabinets for $2,239 at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, it's Run's house.
That's right, stand up!
Because Rev Run is about to receive my highest honor.
This is the Jennifer Hudson Legend Award. You are so legendary.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Pam, how was your weekend?
Restful after a busy weekend or busy week last week at the Corn Soy Expo. I'm happy that I got a chance to reset because this week, Josh, we've got the Wisconsin Potato and Vegetable Growers Convention that's going to be going on in Stevens Point starting tomorrow. Later this week, I'm going to be with Farm First Dairy Cooperative up in Wisconsin Dells. So it is that time of the year. Winter meeting season is upon us. Hey, I want you to meet a new face of Wisconsin agriculture. This time she's speaking up on behalf of our Wisconsin beekeepers, the Wisconsin Honey Association. Wisconsin honey producers have selected Sadie Gadel from Berlin as their 2024 Wisconsin Honey Queen, daughter of Tammy and Tony Gadel from the Berlin area. She is a student currently at UW-Madison studying agriculture business management and communication arts, and also certificates in public policy and integrated liberal studies. For the rest of the year, she's going to be speaking up for Wisconsin's beekeeping industry. She's available if you're looking for a guest speaker, by the way. She'll be presenting to schools and other beekeeping industries, and she'll also be a part of the American Honey Queen competition coming up at the American Beekeeping Federation Convention in Reno, Nevada. Congratulations, Sadie Gadel from Berlin, our new Wisconsin Honey Queen. Talking a little bit more about some of the food news that I'm covering here. We've got a concern going on for a while now in Wisconsin's dairy country. Our milk prices continuing to slip. The milk price, all milk price in Wisconsin for the month of December was down to $19 a hundredweight. That works out to be about $1.63 per gallon at the farm gate. So think about that when you go to the grocery store and buy milk. That's 80 cents less than what our Wisconsin dairy farmers were paid in November. $4.70 a hundredweight less than what they were paid a year ago. Wisconsin's milk price is lower than even the all milk price across the United States. Well, markets today, actually, our new crop corn and soybeans are holding fairly firm. Wheat, still no signs of life. Dairy product prices today in Chicago are actually pretty quiet. Barrel cheese on a Monday up 4 at $1.59. 40-pound block cheese, that's unchanged at $1.65. The AA butter today also unchanged, $2.74.5 per pound. Might get a jump out of that cheese market yet this week, Josh. Friday is National Pizza Day, and I don't know many pizzas that don't feature cheese, and a lot of that cheese from Wisconsin. We'll have to keep an eye on that this week.
I wonder if they have that going up to the Super Bowl, because I know Sunday is like one of the biggest days for pizza, so what a week for cheese for sure.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll tell you about the charcuterie boards that are going to be prepared, how much Wisconsin cheese that uses.
Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm already hungry. All right, Pam, good to see you. Let's check in now with Alex on your full First Warn forecast.
I'm also hungry too, Josh. Give me a barbecue chicken pizza. That sounds great. All the excitement right now here in the First Warn weather team right now is chasing the clouds. When can we get the clouds out of here? As we look at our Edgewater Skycam, looks like things are starting to lighten up a little bit. If you look just above the Capitol, starting to see what looks like a few peaks of that sun. Here at the WISC-TV studios, I was just out on the patio. Blue skies are making their appearance. And then as we head further to the south and to the west, just a few high, thin cirrus clouds in Platteville. This goes to show you just over a couple of counties how big of a difference the clouds make out there. But copy and paste in the forecast. More patchy fog expected Tuesday morning. The record warmth still on the way, and so are the shower activities. Our visible cloud track here is showing this perfectly, where you see this big white cloud bank. This would be Madison, Janesville over towards Watertown and Jefferson. Those points to the east towards Lake Michigan, you got the clouds and the fog. Where you see this darkness over here over southwestern Wisconsin, that's the sun making it to the ground actually, and that's why we just saw the Queen Bee Skycam radio in Platteville with sunny skies. Temperatures in the 40s where there is sunshine, temperatures in the 30s to the upper 20s where the clouds are still hanging on out there for our current temperatures at noon. Again, first to warn here, again, one more morning for the potential for patchy freezing fog as we go into your Tuesday morning. Might need the scraper, as I've been mentioning, and take it easy with the visibility if you do happen to run into one of those spots that gets a little bit down there. Our future track visibility model showing by 11 o'clock tonight, maybe a half-mile visibility out towards Juneau, Watertown, and Jefferson, and inches to the west here again. Look at that westward movement, maybe Madison by the wee hours of your Tuesday morning, coming in further and further west into southwestern Wisconsin by the time we get towards rush hour on your Tuesday, so something to keep a heads up for. Of course, tune in tomorrow morning. We got Kelly and/or Jacob. Well, that will be tracking that bank of clouds, and then it fizzles. It goes away by Tuesday afternoon as those temperatures climb up. Planning your day-to-day, we'll do 40. The reason why in Madison we're still hanging on to some of those clouds. Upper 20s tonight, and then as we go into the 40s on your Tuesday, a beautiful day. Again, normal high temperatures are in the upper 20s to right around 30 degrees. We're nowhere near that in the 10-day forecast, always staying above normal there. Here comes the showers as we go into your Thursday, going into your Thursday night, even at 10 o'clock at night. Temperatures still in the 50s and a mild day on your Friday with that weather system. Rainfall amounts not looking very heavy, and then as we carry out into the future, Josh, even though we go out into the future, way out into the 10 days, look at the temperatures still well into the 30s, and normal high temperatures at that time of the year are in, or right about 30 degrees, I should actually say. So that's still above normal for this time of year. I said we show a couple viewer photos, let's do that. This is live. Click that post your own button on channel3000.com. But we've had some feedback. I want to see the pictures a little bit closer up so we can do that here. Amy, thank you for sending us that frosty morning. We've had the freezing fog, so we have those droplets in the air, Josh, and then they freeze on contact on those cold surfaces, making for those pretty frosty formations on trees, on picnic tables, on any object. Here, Rita sending us this from Cobb, just out west of Madison. A little bit of fog here to start the morning. And how about one more here? Let's look at this from Adams County. Notice the fog above the snow. You've got mild air above melting snow, so that mild air cools, it condenses, it forms a cloud, and the cloud just happens to be fog.
Well, there we go. Good stuff. Alex, thank you.
You bet.
Let's visit with Howard now. He's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a Southern classic that started as a simple lunch.
You know, I didn't grow up in the South, but boy, I have fallen in love with Southern food. A few weeks ago, I was in Nashville having lunch with a couple of friends, and I was in the mood for something really Southern. So I ordered shrimp with cheesy grits. I have to admit, this dish delivered. It was the best I ever had. As soon as I got back to the test kitchen, we whipped up a batch of cheesy grits that I'm so proud of that I have to share them with you. All you have to do is bring some salt water to a boil, add a good amount of grits, and give it a good stir. After letting them simmer for a few minutes, they'll start to thicken up. At this point, we remove them from the heat and stir in lots of sharp cheddar cheese, along with a little butter. Once everything is smooth and melty, we stir in some black pepper, and to give this a kick, a bit of ground red pepper. Now, we could serve this just like this, or top bowls of it with some grilled shrimp or catfish as a real Southern favorite. Or how about serving this with some good old fried chicken for a combo that is nothing short of spectacular? To get the recipe for our goes with anything cheesy grits, simply visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a Southern-inspired way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Straight ahead at noon, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here to answer your plant and garden questions. Email those questions right now to tips@channel3000.com. We're back with the answers after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
We know people can be concerned with replacing their windows in the winter, but winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. And our certified master installers are highly trained experts that will install your new windows properly while reducing exposure to outside elements. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
Welcome back. Lisa Briggs with the Bruce Company is here to answer your plant and garden questions. Remember to email them to tips@channel3000.com. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you. What do we have right here?
So this is the season when you start getting tired of winter, even though we've only had it for about a month and a half. So we start getting bulb pans in at the garden center. So these are forced bulbs. These are hyacinth, something that can be planted in the garden. But it's awfully nice now, and they're fragrant, and the colors are really bright and cheerful, so.
Gives us a little inspiration, right?
A little inspiration for spring,
and
indeed.
It's at least nice with these sunnier days. It's helping us out a little bit more.
I know, and 50-degree temps.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
It's a little crazy.
All right, we got one question so far from Suzanne in Broadhead. Suzanne asks, I received a paper white narcissus kit as a Christmas gift. I followed the planting instruction, and it is now in bloom. Can I transplant the bulbs outside this spring or in the fall?
Okay, so narcissus are related to daffodils, but they are daffodils that are not winter hardy here. So when they're forced, once they're done, they're done. So it's something that is really great for the holidays. Some people will force them in soil, like this guy's forced in soil, or they'll just put them in what we call bulb vases, and or a forcing vase, and they're just forced in water. But once it's done, Suzanne, time to throw it away. There's not anything you can do to save it.
All right, our next question from Nancy. Nancy says, I have seen arborvitae that seem to die out near the ground, the bottom 2 or 3 inches. Is that the type of arborvitae, or can I keep mine from doing that?
So some of the taller arborvitae, they are not shade tolerant. And so what happens is if they're planted closely together or they start to get really big on the bottom, they will brown out on the underneath and also on the inside. That's really typical of arborvitae. As long as you have a nice, good surrounding of green growth, your arborvitae is doing really well. Some of the really little smaller ones, like the little round ones, are a little resistant to that, but most of the tall ones, you're going to get some inner and under dieback.
All right, I think we got time for one more from David in Columbus. David says, will the high temperatures this week have any long-term impacts or effects on perennials this spring?
So the trick with this weather is when it gets nice and things start to move along and to develop, plants are, they've been around for millennia, so they can cope with this. What the problem is then when it gets cold, that warm, cold, the more that plants develop, the more danger there is to them being damaged when there is colder weather that follows. So get some buckets, get some pots, and if things are really emerging and you're starting to see buds, you can cover them up if we're going to have some warm or some colder weather follow, which I guarantee we will.
It'll come eventually.
It will come. But the good news is if plants are established, they'll be fine in the long run.
Good. All right, so, Lisa, thank you as always. We appreciate you.
No problem. I appreciate you guys too.
Let's check in on that forecast now with Alex.
Yeah, Josh, thanks. And we'll definitely get cold weather at some point yet. We still have winter going clear out into March. Freezing fog, another distinct possibility for your Tuesday morning, so you might need that ice scraper. And we've got record high temperatures expected Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, if not close to them. And then in the 10-day forecast, staying above normal the whole 10 days.
All right, Alex, thank you. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow.